Alright, hello everyone! Welcome to the first A Realm Reborn stream. So I want to give a little bit of backstory here. I've been playing Final Fantasy XIV since 1.0, that is to say since 2010, nearly 10 years ago. It came out in September of 2010. And the upcoming patch for the game, releasing on August 11th, will restructure the A Realm Reborn main scenario questline. And I'm going to skip this because this is the wrong expansion pack. Just click start so we don't spoil Shadowbringer stuff. But the next patch, dropping on August 11th, will restructure the main scenario questline for A Realm Reborn. Which is the first expansion pack or the revised version of Final Fantasy XIV that released in 2013. We'll be talking more about the history of that as we're doing medial tasks in the game. But I wanted a complete playthrough of A Realm Reborn before they restructure it. Mainly to just preserve it. I played it through several times myself, the A Realm Reborn scenario. And yeah, I figured this could be a fun thing to stream as a more casual thing than the game we streamed yesterday. I'm trying to get XIV into shot here without them falling out of... Oh. I decided I would put some Final Fantasy XIV things into view, but then XIV isn't very visible. This Eorzea as well. I have plenty of more stuff, but I want the cat to be able to move around here if she wants to, so I'm not gonna put those up. Anyway, we'll be starting a new character. So this is the, so as I said, this is A Realm Reborn. It's also called 2.0. It's the revised version of Final Fantasy XIV. Basically the first expansion pack, but also now the starting point of the game. Oh yeah, forgive my rudeness. Hello Lida, hello Alana. Thank you for joining already. And yes, I absolutely think Final Fantasy XIV is a game worth buying. I have bought Final Fantasy XIV not just for myself, but for friends. I bought it for myself 4 times? Yeah, once for PC, once for Steam, which is a separate key and account. Don't get it on Steam if you can, because that locks your account to only using Steam codes. PS4 and PS3, or PS3 and then PS4. You actually had a free upgrade from PS3 to PS4, but I still bought PS4 separately. This is the PS3 Collector's Edition right here. You can actually see the slip cover I decided to take off because it's very glossy. But yeah, it's one of my favorite games of all time, and it's definitely worth getting. The free trial right now, they're going to update the free trial to include the entire first A Realm Reborn scenario and the first expansion pack, Heavensward, for free. So when they're updating the free trial, definitely check that out, because that gives you like 100+ hours for free. Like, that's amazing. So I asked Twitter to help me pick what I was going to play this time. Let's see what they have given me. Rogadin. One vote Rogadin there, one vote Viera. One vote Lalafell, okay. That's 2 votes Viera, 2 votes Roe. And 1 vote for Eorzea. Do the chat have any opinions, by the way, on the starting character? We can show off the starting races here real quick. So this is a Eorzea, basically the humans. The Elezen, the elves. The Lalafell, they're basically the dwarves or the gnomes of the game. My girlfriend plays a gnome. No, a Lalafell. My girlfriend plays a Lalafell. My main is actually Amicote. I've been playing her since beta of A Realm Reborn in 2013. There's Rogadin, big, hulky, well, women. Used to only be men. They're pretty awesome. They come in various colors. Aura, Dragonkin, or Demonkin, we don't really know. The different tales of their people say either. They have scaly tails and stuff like that. And then Viera, famous from Final Fantasy XII and the Evilist series. Bunny people, they don't have tails. That always bothered me. Another vote, Viera. People really want me to play Viera, huh? Actually, I did design a Viera when Shadowbringers came out, the latest expansion, which added Viera. There's also Hrothgar, but they're male only. So I'm not gonna play those because I want to play a girl. No offense to Hrothgar, because they look fantastic. I actually, I want to show. Yeah, I want to show that character. Actually, I'm going to just quit character creation real quick and load appearance data. These are characters I've made, both in the character, like the benchmark test and for the real game. I actually have a Hrothgar that I really like. Which one is it? I can't remember what the is Rava? No, that's female, so that's definitely not it. Helions, that might be it. Yeah, okay. So this is my anthropomorphized version of Battlecat from He-Man. Look at him. He looks so good. Battlecat, also known as Cringer, from He-Man, of course. Like, I'm super proud of this design. I don't play as male characters, otherwise this is absolutely how I would play as. Just look at this. This is so cool. I hate that they're male only. Yes, I'm a nerd. Hopefully they will add Hrothgar women and Viera men in the next one. I just hope that if they do, they don't make the Viera boys like buffer and bigger than the men, because like the whole point is that Viera, like, you know, not like that. I would like them to drop some of the sexual dimorphism, because look at this. It's ridiculous. Even Rose, who are like big and buff, are like, yeah. So we're going with Viera then. Actually, the reason I haven't played as Viera yet is I actually did make a Viera. I can show her, actually. I can show the Viera I made. It should be... Oh, I made more than one. Is it this one, maybe? Viera 2. Oh, that's not her. That's not her. That's the wrong one. I've made so many characters, I can't keep track of them. It's probably the Vina one then. Yeah, okay, so I made this one. That I really liked. The main reason I didn't play as her is that it really bugs me that they have 4 ear shapes, and they're like these ones, the floppy ears, which are really cute, and these ones. But I want 1 floppy ear and 1 standing ear. And that's like not a thing, and it really bugs me. Like, it really bugs me. So I never played as Viera because of this. Also, another one I haven't played as Elizan, but just because I don't like Elizan. Like, I don't think they look particularly good, and I know I have friends who will lynch me if I say that in front of them. But yeah, I just don't like them. Ara, I haven't played as either. I actually really like Ara, but I was annoyed by their the lore inconsistencies that happen if you play as them. There's a moment in the storyline. Oh, yeah, I have hot cocoa with cream here. That's what I was eating. The cream. There's a moment in the storyline where the Ara arrive in Eorzea, and at that point you've already played as one, and like there's an Ara covering her face, going like, "Oh, I need to cover myself up as to not frighten them," and it's like, you're talking to me. I'm here. I'm the same race as you, and it just bugged me so much. And I play some. I'd be willing to play some here if people want me to. But it seems people are voting Vieira. Vieira and Roe are the most popular ones. That's good taste. They're very good races. I can actually show my my Rogan and alt that I have on the European servers. This is becoming yeah, this is my my Rogan and alt that I play on the European servers. Her name is Ronja Hazelwood. Hazelblood. Ronja Hazelblood. Really like her. She was a good design. But sounds like we're going with Vieira then. Let's see what we can make out of Vieira. Rava and Vina, right? The mountain rabbits and the forest rabbits. I think I want to be a mountain rabbit. Oh yeah, height. Like, okay, so the shortest you can be is 178 centimeters. 178.8 centimeters. That's 0.8 centimeters taller than I am in real life. You can also be 191, which is really tall. They're very tall rabbits. Let's set ourselves at like 182. No, 182. There. Sorry about that. Bust. I've gotten so spoiled by the PSO2 custom shapes stuff now. Let's go something like that. Alright, the mountain ones have lighter skin than the other ones. Actually, oh yeah, I should show her as well. I was originally going to pick character myself and not let people pick for me. I can show the one I had for that. Oh shit, where? Oh, my 1.0 ones. Where is she? Is it her? Scarlet, yeah. This is Scarlet, who I made for a what was going to be a non-streamed version, just a let's play version of Realm Reborn. So I actually made her for like this. She's based on an OC of mine. I really like that hair actually, and here are one of the few that have abs on the women. So that was one of the reasons I made her as a hero. Did I make Scarlet? Oh yeah, I made Scarlet in PSO2, but she didn't have short hair because the short hair looked bad. We did have a vote for her if people wanted to go as her. Otherwise, I'll go with Vieira, as was voted. But I'm gonna have to figure out how to design her. Yes, I like women with abs. That's another thing. VR don't have many, like, they have very limiting hairstyles for some reason. Yeah, I was like, I can't be honest, I was pretty disappointed with Vieira. Like everyone else, like changed to Vieira after Shadowbringers came out. I didn't. I mean, I wasn't going to because I keep my I don't Fantasia my character. I make new ones, but like, I don't know. I was just kind of disappointed in the lack of customization on certain parts. Let's see. Alright, I forgot that these settings were reset. Come on. Shouldn't be that hard to get exactly one. Whatever. So, Leila, you haven't played Final Fantasy XIV at all then? And Alana, you played a bit of it. You played it a bit, okay. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. That's good. That's awesome. Awesome. Yeah, I played through Reborn as all the way through. I played through it 3 times. Once as Mikote, as Eorzea, my main character. Once as Lalafell, and once as Rogadin. I never liked the like wider lips in this game. They always look a bit off. Yeah, I know what you mean. And here we come to the air shape. Oh dear. That's Cream the Rabbit ears. The one people mistakenly claim are backwards ears. Like, no, they're just dwarf rabbit ears. They don't go that side, they go that side. That's how they work. I had a dwarf rabbit growing up. I had a dwarf rabbit that was essentially accidentally trans. I got it from my my aunt's. My aunt and cousins. I got a rabbit. And they said it was a girl. So we, you know, so she had like a girl's name, and like we said she was a girl and everything. Then we had to move and we couldn't take care of her anymore. So we gave her away to my aunts and cousins, and Mikote wrote there, but Mikote is not even on the it's not even being discussed right now. We gave her away back to my aunt, and like got a message like a couple of months later after they had like, I don't know, gone to the vet for a checkup or something. It was like, oh, turns out it's a boy. And it's like, oh, but like it's like, to me, I just reclaimed that as like, no, she's trans. Her name was Fia. She was adorable. Got another tweet there. Aura Ninja. Ninja isn't start their class, sadly. That's one vote Aura, but we're doing Vera right now. Unless there's suddenly a storm of votes for something else. I don't like the blush when I have face paint. Freckles. Do we have freckles? I like freckles. Wait, can VR not have freckles? Or is that the freckles and I just can't see it? Because there are freckles in the game. I have them on several characters. Yeah, that's the freckles. Good. Oh, but they do clash a bit with the face paint. Maybe that's okay though. Yeah. I mean, it's because they added it late. It was originally meant to be part of the base game. It was actually something they were planning to put in already during 1.0. But just didn't came to be. Yeah, we're still taking suggestions on starting class, by the way. I haven't actually tallied the votes there. I went with red hair, but I wonder if I should go with brown hair. That's a bit more boring, but... the good thing about boring designs is they're easy to, like, just make fit well. That's like sort of a dirty blonde color. This is kind of the fur that my rabbit had, actually. No, I like the red one. I like the red better. I think that was it. No, it was that, right? I should have checked the values before I changed it. Voice time. Oh yeah, how's the audio, by the way? New game, so I need to ask.
Hey! Woohoo! Woo! Huh? Woohoo! 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 Hey! Hey!
I think that sounds good. I mean, you barely hear your voice anyway. Well, let's just pick today as our birthday. And today is July 23rd, I believe. Yep. God, these doesn't matter anymore, so they don't even have elemental stats anymore. These used to affect your elemental stats. Deleted those a while ago. These kind of, for the sake of lore reasons, I'm going to decide on these based on what class we're going though. So let's actually tally the votes for class. Who's this? Conjurer, Pugilist, Bard, another Conjurer, that's all honest vote, yeah. I don't like Conjurer. I say having almost leveled White Mage as my third level 80 job, but... No, actually, no, I switched to Scholar. Yeah, because I don't like Conjurer. Warrior. The Conjurer is the only thing with multiple votes. No, I'm not going Conjurer. I'm not healing. I am not healing. That's not happening. Not because I can't heal, but because... No. It's my least favorite role. And if I'm going to heal, I will do it as a scholar, not as a white mage or astrologian. Thank you very much. But there's no secondary vote, so warrior, bard, or pugilist. Which one out of those would people want to see? That's actually 3 different cities. So you could decide via city as well. It's Limsa, Gridania, or Ulda. Ulda is my favorite city, but it's also one that I've played the story of the most times. Because up to level 15? Yeah, I think up to level 15 the Main Scenario Questline is stuck in one single city, and then it joins the bigger one. Warrior? Yeah, that's a good point. Queues are hell. Warrior is pretty fun. I think I prefer Paladin, but I've also played Paladin more, so it's probably just because of that. Leda, you have any input? I did consider making a separate stream for the character creation just because easier to like skip the character creation if people want to watch the backlog, but I decided not to do that. Not really. Okay, well let's go warrior then. Sorry to everyone who voted conjurer, but I'm just no. Or marauder. Marauder's the class. Warrior's the job. Let's go with Lim Lane, because we're going to be in Limsa. Marauder. Looking pretty good. Alright, Viera can't have helmets or hats. Forgot about that. I completely forgot about that. She looks pretty good though, doesn't she? Last second to change anything? People have any suggestions to change her? It's a collaborative character, sort of, so by all means, let me know. It does look pretty good, doesn't it? Yeah. I'm actually going to take a screenshot of that. Tweet it out. There we go. Alright, let's go with this then. Excalibur, I think not. Let's see, Lamia is full, that's my main server. Forget, I have friends playing on some of these servers. Ultras or Hyperion they're playing on. Doesn't really matter these days because you can play across all the data center worlds. None of them are. Okay, no, Fanfrit is and Behemoth is okay. I think Hyperion is where. Where's the Ultras? I think it's Hyperion. Yeah, I think it's Hyperion that. I'm gonna check my Discord. Oh, yeah, it should be Hyperion. It should be Hyperion. If not, it's not the end of the world. Name time. Oh dear. Oh dear, name. Oh yeah, I mean, I started playing on American servers because there weren't any European servers back then. My European alt is on... what the fuck is my European alt on? It's on... I straight up can't remember now. Huh. Oh well. I didn't move to Europe because I wanted to play with my friends, and they were already on America. Oh yeah, look at this. I have a Black Mage pin. I got it at the fan festival last year in Paris. Black Mage is my main, although I've sort of gone Dancer as of Shadowbringers. Black Mage is my main on my Lamia character. Okay, name. Use the randomizer. Vase Sib, no. Iris Bosco, no. Kukra Tep, no. Akia Huin, no. Yodel Bosco again? No, okay, no, we're not doing it. Sonja is actually pretty good. I could go with Thea, since that was my name of my actual rabbit. But she was a dwarf rabbit, and she isn't, so... feels a bit disrespectful. Yeah, the naming screen, the naming thing is one reason why I considered making my character before the stream. But I felt that wouldn't be fun if I didn't make the character alongside, well, playing the game. My main is called Eorzea Polyanus, and Eorzea, meaning night sky, is literally a reference to Haganai. I have few friends, because the girl I like the most there is named Eorzea. And I needed a name. I didn't want to use my at the time name. And Polyanus is from Yu Yu Shiki, where one of the girls, I believe it's Yuyuko, mentions that whenever she names a character in a RPG, she names her Polyanus. And I just thought I had a good ring to it. So I've used that as my surname in a lot of games since then. God, Yu Yu Shiki was 7 years ago. A Realm Reborn's beta was 7 years ago. I created Eorzea 7 years ago. That is ridiculous. Probably like to this week 7 years ago. Let's see. Rabbit. When I think of rabbits, I think of a lot of things. Is there like a character I can... It's Ichika from Precure. She's a rabbit, but Ichika doesn't sound very good as a name for like a warrior. God, naming is so tough. I got stuck on naming my chicken in Story of Seasons, because you had to give it a name. Eventually named it Paprika, after the VTuber who's a chicken girl and is named Paprika. You should totally check out. She's an English VTuber. Oh wait! I can take inspiration from the best rabbit ever. I say, looking for the best rabbit ever. There. This rabbit. Well, okay, actually, her evolution. Reboot is my favorite. But it's gonna put you. You're not gonna sit up, are you? No. Scorbunny, or Hibani in Japanese. Reboot, and the final stage is oh. Scratch everything I was saying. I want to see if this works. You think it'll work? I don't know if you can see. Although I might get banned. I might get banned if it's caught. John Dyke is literally a name of an LC of mine. So, no, like I might get banned. I might get banned for having snuck in Dyke, because Dyke is a banned word. It's better not to risk it, because that would really ruin the stream if I suddenly get banned and have my entire, especially if it affects my entire account, and I would lose by, you know, 7+ years of playing. So let's not do that. Let's do that for a free trial at some point. God, I should have done this for a free trial. Why didn't I think of that? Oh well. It's a great name. It is such a great name. And it's literally the name of a character in a thing I've worked on that I hope I can reveal this year, but we'll see. We'll see. What's the same before this? I was talking about Scorbunny. And Scorbunny becomes Reboot, and Reboot becomes... Why can't I remember the last stage of... It's just gone in my head. I love all three of the stages in the evolution chain. Why can't I remember it? Scorbunny, Reboot. No, it's just blocked out of my head. Anyway, my Scorbunny was named Lesborin. Just make that the surname. I wonder if we can get away with a Z, or if less with a Z is an offense. First name. I'm looking around my room at anime posters, trying to think of a name. It's a lot of... I think I want a short name. Like one, maximum 2 syllables. But I don't want anything Japanese sounding, which is why looking at anime figures is not really helpful. Because I already have an anime sounding main, so I want something that's not anime sounding. Cinder race, yes, thank... Cinder. Cinder. Thank you. Cinder Lesborin. I have a reference to my actual starter Pokemon in Pokemon Sword. That's perfect. Does it go through? Shit! I was worried about that. Les with a Z does not go through. Oh, Lesbo with an S doesn't go through either? No! And we're back to square one. Shit. How the fuck is Lesborin not banned in Pokemon as a name, but in Final Fantasy? Because Pokemon bans specific words. I have a friend, her name is Yus, and she literally can't use her name as a trainer in any Pokemon game. Well, she can if she adds a star after her name. And if she does that, it goes through. But if you just write Yus, it doesn't work. God. I knew I would be stuck on the character creation for a while. I didn't think I would be stuck on it for 40 minutes. Because I was like, I promised myself I was gonna like push through this quick, fast. Shit. I wonder if we can like, because it's probably the bow part of Lesborin that doesn't go through, because Lesbo, you know, it's slur. Lesbarin? I'm checking something real quick. Okay, that could maybe work. It's not, it's a bit clunkier though. But it's still a reference to the Latin for rabbit, which is how I went with the name in Pokemon. Oh wait, I could just go with a well, I'm making this more difficult for myself than I have to. I can just do that. Right? Because that's the actual word. Okay, leopard is actually hares. No, okay, it's hare and rabbit. Yeah, so it actually works. Yes! Gonna change this text. We're on Hyperion. Oh, that might be too wide. Yeah, that's too wide. Let's do that. Let's just move it up a bit. There. Much better. Alright. So we didn't actually get to watch the opening cutscene, I realize now. Shit. The opening cutscene is really long, so I will just summarize it instead. The first time you boot up an account in Final Fantasy XIV, you get a cutscene that tells you how the world was destroyed by Bahamut's Terra Flare. No, it's Giga Flare. And I think it's 5 years later, it's when it's taken place after that, and like the world has started moving again. Bahamut was just disappeared, lost. And yeah, there were warriors who fought at the time. They were known as Warriors of Light, and it was happening alongside a war with the Garlemald Empire. Yeah, I think that's it. So let's start. 47 minutes is what it took. That's character creation for you. The world is currently full. Oh right, I have Lesibeth on this one. I forgot about that. That's also a name I changed to get through Final Fantasy XIV sensors. I'm doing a lot of tabbing in this stream.
Here. Here. Feel. Hear, feel, think.
I wonder what that means. Yeah, well, I might as well mention that, by the way, that this will be a non-spoiler playthrough. Oh shit, I forgot to turn off Steam. Um, I'll do that for next stream. I'm playing this through Steam, even though it's not the Steam version, because that's how I play games. But yeah, this will be spoiler free, so please don't, you know, we'll be doing it as if it's the first time playing the story. Just in case there's anyone who hasn't played the story, for example, Lida has only played a little bit of it. Oi! You alright, lads? You are moaning in your sleep and sweating buckets beside. Rolling on this ship got your stomach churning, has it? Don't seem like seasickness, now that I look at you. It'll be the 8th then, I reckon. Some are more sensitive to this stuff than others, see, and we ain't too far from Vilbrun now, which is chock full of Aetherites. No need to fret though, you'll soon get used to it. Yeah, might as well have been blooming seasickness. Ship sleeping around like a... I should really make this text a little larger now that I'm reading it aloud. I can't just like stop and read it slowly. Ship sleeping around like a demented chocobo today. I reckon I might head out on deck. Get myself a breath of fresh air. Do not ask me what accent I'm doing, I have no idea. Limsa is still a fair way off, in case you were wondering, seeing as you're awake and all. How about you keep me company till we get there? Them young'uns don't care much for conversation, see? Ooh, who could they be? Any road, Brennan's the name, and headlands be trade. Okay, so, we're stopping here. Oh. Quiet music, but I like it. Okay, so, first time I played the game, my instant thought upon seeing these white-haired twins, whose names will not be said for now, was that, oh, they're probably villains. They're going to be really evil. They're in all of the starting cutscenes, yeah. But yeah, that was my first thought. Like, these are obviously evil. They're being set up to like do something really evil later on. So that was my first thought. That's all I would say about that. Also, Enirod is completely 100% bullshit English. It's not old English. It's not something that localizer Michael Koji Fox pulled from like some old slang. It's just bullshit. It took anyway and was like, that sounds too modern. Let's replace way with road, even though that's not the word that the way represents in any way. It's brilliant. It's the most completely nonsensical way of doing fantasy slang ever. Wait, really? Are you for real? Because I literally asked a friend from the UK about this at the FanFest. And like, because I thought it might be. And they were like, no, it's complete, like, that's completely made up. But okay, fair enough then. I guess it is real. Well, that makes me look like a fool. Huh. Anyway, they use it all the time in Final Fantasy 14. Oh, what the fuck? How did I already get a tell? I'm not even supposed to be among players yet. Ah, smell the salty sea breeze. Now then, lass, judging by your unusual garments, I'd say you're one of them new adventurers. Am I warm? I knew it! Going wherever the wind blows, seeking fortune and glory, now that's what I call a living. So long as you can avoid dying, I mean. Ain't no secret that adventuring's a risky business, these days especially. What was it that first attracted you to it? Oh right, the new dialogue option. This used to be like a window in the middle of the screen. So I'm going to say that we don't know, so we're not going to actually say anything specific. Well, if you ain't inclined to tell, I ain't about to pry. Might be as old Brennan's a chatterbox, but he sure as hell ain't no busybody. We all have a secret or three, don't we? Me? Dozens. And I'd rather they stayed secret too, which is why I don't go sticking me nose where it ain't welcome. Oh yeah, let me see if I can... Oh, shit, how do I do that? Just remember though, there are more important things than fortune and glory, such as breathing. Ain't no profit in being dead, and that's a fact. Oh yeah, I think I have to wait until I'm out of cutscene to change the dialogue box size. Ugh! Ships up the starboard bow! Pirate colors! Pirates? Bloody hells. Have you no sense? Get below! It's probably pirates indeed. What is the world coming to? Pirates firing a ship flying Leminson colors. Bastards either have a boatload of balls or bugger all for brains. You can rest easy, friends. We've made it out of cannon range, and no buccaneer's bark will catch this flighty temptress once the wind's in her sails. I was bleeding close. Glad one of us kept her head on her shoulders. I reckon I'd lost mine otherwise. If them pirates get up to chase, we must be close to port. Let's head up on deck and have a look, shall we? We just went down, but okay. By the by, is this your first trip to Limsa? Yes. Is it? Well then, let this journeyed Idren tell you the ins and outs of your destination. Limsa prides itself on being Eorzea's foremost naval power. Weren't too long ago that the place was ruled by pirates, and thanks to the current admiral's civilizing influence, the city-state could almost pass for a respectable nation. You'd never guess she was once a rum-swilling buccaneer herself. Cause most folk ain't so quick to change, and with a town full of liberty-loving ruffians, you can imagine how many naysayers and troublemakers she's got to deal with, like them pirates who took a fancy to us just now. And if that weren't bad enough, I heard the Sahagin are raiding the coast just as bold as you please. Them are the sea-dwelling beastmen the locals call fishbacks, in case you didn't know. Ah, at long last, land ho! We're taking the rabbits to Limsa, God! Beyond Limsa, a nation blessed by the ocean's bounty and beloved old Limlane, goddess of navigation. I think now we get a voiced cutscene, if I recall correctly.
On a windswept isle in the southwestern corner of the realm, Amidst the roiling waves of the Lotano Sea lies the maritime city-state of Limsa Lominsa. To this haven for bandits and brigands, cutthroats and curs, seekers of both freedom and fortune, comes a lone adventurer.
That's us.
Lone yet not alone, for the hero's arrival has drawn the gaze of the nation's patron deity, Lim Lane. What realm-shaking fate has she descried in the churning waters of this mortal's future?
And here's where we part ways, lass. I'm off to the markets to deliver me wares, then it's on to the high road for me. Here, I want you to have this, by way of thanks for saving me ass earlier. I mean, when I just, like, walked alongside you for a bit. Hey, you never did tell me your name, did you? Well, here's an idea. Become the sort of storied personage I can brag about having met, and I'll consider us square. Yeah, so, it's been...
Through peril and hardship, discovery and triumph, may the navigator guide this brave soul on her life's voyage. Till sea swallows all.
Till sea swallows all. 15 minutes since we finished the character creation. So yeah, it's a pretty long opening in that regard. And A Realm Reborn is slower than the other ones, but I actually do think it's a really good start because it really like eases you into the game. But they are speeding it up, which is probably for the best. But yeah. The way I'll be doing it is I'll be playing the main scenario questline properly, reading all the cutscenes and all these things. Side questing just to get my XP through and stuff, I will just like quickly just rush through. I know that's not what everyone wants, but well, I mean the story is like 20 hours at least, and that's without the grinding. So I just want to get all that past. Oh, new voice. Oi, you there! Hi, I mean you. This is my district, and I make it my business to know all the scum that washes up on it. Ah, an adventurer fresh off the boat, is it? Well then. Allow one of Lim Salaminsa's finest to set you on the right path. Hop to it, lass. I haven't got all day. Yay! Mouse and keyboard. No. Turn that off. Okay. So, first we're gonna change is I don't want to rotate with the WASD keys. So we're gonna just quickly go in and change the legacy type. Thank you so much. We're going to turn off some tutorial stuff. Anything else? Play guide we don't want. Yeah, I think that's good for now. I have a bunch of things I have to do with the hotbar, but we'll do that later. It's a bit better. Gonna up the camera a bit. There we go. It's a bit better. We're playing this on the highest setting, by the way. It's a very pretty game, even though it's like, you know, a decade old. Well, 7 years for A Realm Reborn. Now then, I'm sure you're itching to explore, but adventurers are required to register their presence in the city. And without a bit of local knowledge, you're like to get your throat slit in some piss-stinking alley. So before you do anything else, get yourself out to a drowning wench and enroll with the Adventurers Guild. It's not far. Just head straight down the street and speak with Greffa. He'll show you how to work that big moving platform we call the crowd's lift, the crowd's lift, and that'll take you up to the pub. Once you're there, look for a fellow by the name of Barderon. He's the proprietor of the wench. He might curse like an ale cellar sailor, but the man's got a soft spot for wide-eyed newcomers like yourself. He'll set you straight. No, he won't. Got all that? Good. Now run along and may the navigator guide you on your journey. Possible. It's definitely possible. Like they're making it so you can fly in all the ARR areas, and that's pretty big if nothing else. Just gonna make that hotbar a bit closer to. There we go. I think that's even. And I'm going to get rid of that, and I'm going to move those there. Gonna have to put sprint on a key later, but like another hotkey, but we'll fix that later. Welcome to Limsa. If you have a mind to visit the drowning wench, the crowd's lift will take you there. Oh yeah, the smith. They've changed a bunch of stuff about starting your character these days. It's actually slower now than it used to be, but it means that you're less confused about things. Greetings to you, lass. Will it be? Ah, you ain't there for a drink, are you? You come with a mind to try your end adventuring, I reckon. Well, you find sure there's a work here in Limsa. I don't know why I do this accent every time I read Limsa dialogue. It just comes naturally. The name's Barderon, then. This most hospitable Osteris is the drowning wench. This is also the home of the Adventurers Guild here in Limsa. That's why we got a desk, especially for handling guild business, and why I seem to spend more time saving the necks of whelps like yourself than wetting the throats of me regulars. Adventurers have a knack for finding trouble, you see. Not that I need it in this part, on account of there being trouble wherever you look. If you manage to steer clear of the fishbacks and the kobolds outside the city, the pirates on the inside will get you instead. And if they don't manage, there's always the Gallian Empire to finish the job. Oh, no one knows what they're planning, of course. But if they're planning anything, you can be sure it's to kill the lot of us. Aye, this town seems peaceful at a glance, but look again and you'll see people living in fear of what tomorrow might bring. And who can blame them? After everything that's happened, Eorzea took a mighty blow during the calamity. But our homes weren't the only thing that got wiped off the face of existence by that thrice damned bastard of a dragon. It took a bleeding memories too, and no one's been able to explain it in a way that makes... an ounce of sense. That's what it said. Okay, yeah. None of the folks who saw it and lived to tell the tale seem to agree on how the tale actually goes. It's all foggy. Like recollections from an odd night on the ale, you can imagine what people might fear for the future if they can't rightly recall the past. But there is one thing we all remember, and that's a group of adventurers would lay down their lives to drag Eorzea back from the brink, when she was bound for her abyss. Well, I say we remember. True faith, though we ain't forgotten what they did for us. The goddamn calamity spawned memory loss robbed us of their names. He won't even let us picture their damn faces. It's like staring at a gull flying in front of the sun. All you see in your mind's eye is a shadow set against a blinding glare. Ah, that's how every bugger describes it. By the way. That's how every bugger describes it, by the way. Give or take the odd gull. Is this what got people calling these eras the Warriors of Light? If Limbs is ever going to be put this time of darkness behind it, it's going to need venturers to end up banishing the fair. It's going to need new eras like the ones we lost. Maybe one day you'll be one of them, and that's why that's why any aid we can give to adventurer is effort well spent. What say you, lass? You willing to lend us your strength? Me thanks to you, and to the navigator and all. I knew she'd steer you the right way, steer you my way for a reason. Ah, but listen to me yathering on like a sun-touched fishwife. 'Tis high time we got your mark in the book. Put your scroll right there. So yeah, the whole thing that they can't remember the faces of the Warriors of Light is an explanation for why people who brought the character over from 1.0 still have to go through the story the same way. Yeah. Cinder was it? And a fine name it is. Congratulations, you're now an upstanding member of the Ventures Guild. You there, adventurer. You sailed on the last ferry, did you not? The captain reported being attacked by a pirate vessel, and several witnesses have testified independently that a passenger matching your description went out on deck mere moments before the incident took place. Sending your friend's signals, were you? Now hold on just a moment there, officer. You got the wrong lass. This fine, upstanding young lady is me deadbeat. I don't know why I said deadbeat. It's me dead departed grandma's sister's niece, cousin's closest companion. A lass wouldn't be caught dead fraternizing with such unsavory elements. Is that right? You're surely aware of the recent kidnappings. Respectfully, then, we cannot be too trusting of outsiders at a time when the loyalty of even our closest friends is in doubt. Aye, you make a good point there, officer. A very good point. Very wise. You needn't worry, though. I keep one eye open at all times, and two more often than not. Now, sir, what say you to a tankard of your finest ale before you return to your duties, eh? Not a watered-down cup of piss like last time, I should hope. The cat wants in through the door. Ah, she managed it herself. Ain't got the faintest idea what you're on about, officer. The wench might offer some of the cheapest grog this side of the Strait or Merithor, but that don't mean it won't get you good and... Ugh, this is hard. That don't mean it won't get you good and pickle. And look, there's a chair over there, just crying out to be sat on. So kick off them heavy boots, eh? All the lack of H's too. No, the cats are kissing. They're cute. You'll have to excuse their eager bloody yellow jackets. There's been a spate of kidnapping, see, and they ain't got a clue who's behind them. Naturally, they've taken to clapping irons on anyone who looks vaguely suspicious, which means venturers, visitors, and pretty much every bugger else in town. Don't take it personal, though. Those little mincers can be an headstrong bunch of bastards, it's true. Given time, will grow on you. Now, where was I? Oi! Welcome to Limsa, where the sea's as green as the faces of my patrons after a few too many blackbelly whiskies. Now take a moment to gather your wits and, well, get started with learning your ways to the city. So if I recall correctly, these days you have to, like, do a tutorial quest in here before you can, do anything? Alright then, let's start you off with a nice and easy 3 task where I help you get used to your life here in Limsa. Firstly, if you head down the floor to point your nose to the west, you'll get an eyeful of the great glowing crystal in the middle of the courtyard. That's an aetheryte, a device that can move you from one place to another in the blink of an eye. Ain't no swift way to travel, providing there's an aetheryte where you want to go, of course. Have a chat with the yellow jacket and guard down there, and you'll be treated and lectured on how the workings of the device. Before you do that though, remember to touch the thing. Strange as it sounds, it won't work till you have. Second on the list is the marketplace. You'll find weapons and armor, and all your adventure and bits and pieces sail in the district what lies beyond the Aetheryte. Don't go throwing your gill around just yet though. You get fleeced quicker than you can say, why is my coin purse so light? I have a word with Swarsblatt instead. He's the head of the Merchants League, by the way. Give him this old octans and he'll treat you well. For the last of me helpful hints, oh my god, the lack of ages. I suggest you meet some fellow axe-wielders at the Marauders Guild. I guarantee you'll learn a few new tricks for swinging the edge splitter of yours if you join the crew. Blatota at the front desk is the one to get you started. Got all that, lass? See into them 3 tasks will take you on a little lounge around the city and help you work out where everything is. Now, I best be getting on. Run along, eh? Oh my god. Bugger hell, there I go sending you for telling you something crucial. That bloody calamity's made a right mess of me memory, I swear. Well, that all the ale. Anyway, while you're out, if you happen to pass any poor souls that look like they might need your help, consider giving the tale of woe a listen, eh? Sounds like a chore, I admit, but you never know what interesting opportunities could be lurking out there, just waiting for you to stumble upon them. For example, Ninja over yonder's been casting glances at you since you waltzed in. Why not lend an ear and see what she has to say? Aye, you like to find yourself running out errands in the beginning, but once you build a reputation as a woman folk can trust, the jobs will get harder and the rewards more generous. Yeah, so this changed. This is the new stuff. If you've the time, I'd also seek the advice of the smith here in the wench. The lads that bear the title had some fine advice for them who are just starting out in their profession, and that, my girl, is how you become a legend among venturers. Yeah, so these are the newbie helpers that they added a while in. See, I think if we try to leave now, they're gonna be like, no, you have to do the thing that Badron said. Yeah, exactly. This is new, you didn't used to have to do this. So I'm just going to skip this because it is not... Okay, no, I need to talk to Ninja. Well, we look at this, a shiny new adventurer. Listen close, lass. I have some information that might just help put you on the map here in Limsa. I was passing through Bulwark Hall below not long ago and saw a bunch of herbs just scattered around on the ground. I'm not entirely certain, but I think they might have been the black market wares known as dream flowers. Limsa is a busy port, and not all the merchants that blow across the strait are all above board, if you know what I mean. How the plans end up in the mismatch, who knows? Yeah, let's do this while I remember it. This makes it both easier for me to read it out loud and for people to read in the video. How the plans end up in the missile mast? Who knows? Might have been a good deal gone bad. The important thing is you make a name for yourself by handing them in. Speak to Skyner and she'll get you down to the first floor. And all you have to do is pick up the herbs and take them to Aldskiv at the Octant. Being a worldly captain, he knows a thing or two about such shady goods. I was going to change this one to a battle chat so that we don't get any bad stuff happening in there. So now we're finally off, sort of. Pick up these herbs. Yoshi P. Yoshida now. Is it now? No, it's Naoki. Naoki Yoshida, the producer and director of the game. Oh yeah, I did. You're right. I should check that out. Mentioned that when they were designing A Realm Reborn, they designed the quest points to take around 9 minutes, and that's why they're so slow and long. And they're going to like change that. I don't consider this part of the main story. I'm just going to give these in and move on. So we want to get to some action. Okay. We want to attune ourselves to the main Aetheryte. I'm gonna make a new tab here. cutscene for this? I don't remember that. Ah, another novice adventurer. Hey, Balduron has sent more than a few of your kind this way of late. I am Sundemal, one of the Eliakis tasked with keeping the peace in the city. It is also my charge to provide guidance in the use of this device. Fear not, I shall be brief. Either is a crystalline structure that's happened. No, I'm sorry. It's a teleport crystal. I'm not. That's not story. I'm not reading that. We have a bunch of other crystals to attune to. The fastest way around is this way. And we're gonna check for this tail we got. Private. Boom. Oh, it's a random trying to get me into an FC. God, I hate that stuff. Limbs was kind of infamous for being the most difficult to navigate of the cities. I say and instantly go the wrong way. Because it used to be one zone, and then they split into 2 zones for Realm Reborn to make it less of a load when because the game had to run on PS3. And sadly that remains now as well. So if you don't know what happened with the original Final Fantasy XIV, essentially the game launched in September of 2010. It was a complete fucking disaster. It did not work as intended. It played terribly. It was just a complete mess. It was so bad that the producer of the Final Fantasy brand, Kitase, as well as the at the time CEO of Square Enix, Wada, actually did like a public apology for the damage to the Final Fantasy brand that it had led to, and it was just completely going to hell. Like the patches were not doing much to fix things, and eventually what happened was that a new team was brought in to try and save the game. The team led by Yoshida, and he basically had this idea how to fix it up. But basically it would require making a new game out of the game, and that was a pretty risky thing, considering, you know, the game was already bombing both in sales and everything else, and they weren't getting any money from the people playing because they had to make the subscription free as an apology. But they didn't have to, but they did that as an apology to basically be like, this game is not worth paying for right now. Yeah, it was a complete shit show. And then Yoshida was like, we're going to relaunch the game as 2.0. We're going to like we're going to literally destroy the world and start over, new game. And they did that, and it was a cheap project. Basically, they tried to like make the costs as low as possible to justify, you know, doing it at all. And it worked out really well for them. It's now the most profitable Final Fantasy game, which is amazing. It actually like broke. It became the most profitable Final Fantasy game in the first year of Realm Reborn. That's how many people registered and started playing. So that's pretty damn impressive. A fine morning to you, madam. Welcome to the most replete marketplace in the grand realm of the Eorzea, where every shelf groans under the weight of wonders born from all the four corners of the world. Pre-browse the stalls until your eyeballs ache from ogling the overabundance. He's explaining how to shop. God, they've made the fucking paragraphs of text that Cody Fox put into this game. Oh yeah, right. We gave back the thing. I am most grateful to have it back. This tool is a keepsake from my days as a ship captain. You see, needless to say, your good deed must be repaid, and what better recompense than the wisdom of a master merchant? If it's simple and sturdy adventure you could seek, you need to look no further. He's just explaining where things are. I know where things are. Yeah, it's probably a good thing they're shortening the questing in this game, because this is ridiculous. Okay. This is the Culinarian's Guild. Yeah, right. That's like, yeah, there's the Culinarian's Guild. I was thinking of, for some reason I thought the Culinarian's Guild was closer to the Aft Castle, but I guess not. So this is the guild for Marauders and for Musketeers. You can see the Musketeer brand here. Musketeer is a class that never made it into the game. It was going to be a class in 1.0, one of the classes they added later on in patches, but it never happened. But they do still exist, as sort of. If we go down here, we can actually see some Musketeers. Here. We're going to first person. Oh wait, how do I? Oh, I haven't set the setting in yet. But yeah, people firing guns here are Musketeers. That pose and everything. You actually in 1.0, you actually got to try out the gun and everything. They were really setting that up, but it never came to be. And then of course we got Machinist instead, or Machinist, as the gunner class instead. Who there, adventurer? Curious about the Marauders Guild, are you? Any axe worth swinging needs two hands on the haft and a blade what can make short work of a galley's mast. That's the kind of weapon I'm always trained to use with deceptive swiftness and all too predictable force. Are you interested in hearing more or less? Then why don't I give you a short version of the guild's fun and history? We can go from there. Starting with ships, you see. What do ships got to do with axes, you ask? Well, building them would be pretty bloody difficult with a sturdy tool to lop down trees for timber. And since only the navigator herself knows when a ship will run afoul of a storm or worse, it made sense for the crew carpenters to carry an axe on board. I started with shipbuilding and ship repair. What, am I boring you? Well, as I was saying, any tool on a ship can become a weapon, and the axe was perfect for hooking yourself over the rail of an enemy vessel, letting loose in a whirl of steel and generally laying waste all about you. As more seafarers took up the axe as their weapon of choice, so did the bloody art of the marauder begin to take shape, especially among pirates, where strength and skill decided your place in the world. With an eye to assembling crews of battle-ready raiders, the pirates started teaching the proper ways to wield a shopping blade to their new recruits, and that's how the Marauders Guild first came to be. But once the Galadian Accord was signed to unite the Maelstrom and the pirates against limited enemies, the whole game changed. The Accord itself was a dismal failure, of course, but the Marauders Guild was never the same. It was taken over, restructured, and purged of its pirate elements. It had been reborn as an institution dedicated to naught but the teaching of axe fighting. The members of this new Marauders Guild were no greed-driven cutthroats either. They were the warriors that sought to use their martial prowess for the good of society. If mastering the axe is... Oh my god, so much text. If mastering the axe is your heart's desire, then you'll find no better arena in which to practice your swings. Think it over and let me know if you fancy joining the ranks. I have a feeling I'll be seeing more of you soon, lass. Yeah, of course we're going to. Yeah. The Marauders were originally going to be executioners in the early design ideas, but then when Limbs became the seafaring nation, they decided to work them into being these former pirates and everything. Yes, I am Wernzone, Axe Master they call me. Not the most imaginative of titles, I agree, but one should not underestimate the value of directness. I welcome your interest in our guild. The art of the Marauder is used to rend, to cleave, and to destroy. It is not our way to simply outright fight our adversaries, but we seek to overwhelm them. A Marauder must be the most powerful and enduring presence on the battlefield. It must account for the most enemies defeated. Our role in combat is that of a steel whirlwind, dealing death and destruction without equal. No doubt the question has already been put to you by Belthota, but once more shall I challenge your commitment. Are you prepared for the bloody carnage that awaits an initiate of the Marauders Guild? Are we prepared for carnage? Yes. Very well. Your name? Attend me well then, Cinder. Hold fast to this moment of dedication. The path of the Marauder is jagged and a perilous one. The blood that spills at your feet will oft-times be your own. You stand now as a student of the axe. Let us waste no time in tasting the edge of your chosen weapon. You shall wade straightway into combat, as befits a novice of our discipline. Go forth and slay the beating, scurrying, crawling pests that plague the outskirts of Limsa Laminsa. Lost lambs, wharf rats, and little ladybugs shall be... It's somehow way more awkward when you read it out loud. Should be your piteous adversaries this day. Return to me once 3 of each creature have fallen to your blade. God, you really kill ladybugs in all 3 regions. I should actually fix some of the stuff while I'm at it. It's control settings. That, yeah, I want that. And I want okay, that's already on Mouse 3, good. They still haven't added sprint to this. Let's just set hotbar 12 to F for now. Here's the aft castle. I am actually part of the Maelstrom on my main. Yay, we finished the tuning to everything. Right, you can teleport to the airship landing these days. Jesus Christ, it's almost been an hour since we finished the character creation. Ah, there you are, Cinder. Enjoying your round around the city, did ya? If you mean to base yourself in Limsa Laminsa, it won't be the last time you visit them 3 places. And now you got some idea what's where, you can start exploring the rest of the town. already done that. You've shown a good ear for listening, lass. Stick with old Balaran and you'll go far. Oh, I forgot this mouse is a broken mouse wheel. It's really hard to actually get the auto run going. Oh well. It's not the end of the world. Actually, do we want to... Yeah, let's go to the after castle. This is actually me wasting time rather than the game. But I want to go get Moogle mail. Because I have 20 letters. I have more than 20 letters than you picking up. Yeah, this is the real, like, wasting time bit of any new character when you're doing an alt. If only there was like an accept everything, but no, there is not. I think I have more than 40, actually. We'll see, but yeah. It's just so tedious. I don't get why they don't just put this in like your armory or something instantly. It would be a much better way. I guess you can't access your armory until level 10 or something like that. So this is like all the pre-order bonuses from all the expansion packs and base game, and it's all the FanFest bonuses and additional bonuses and like friend referral bonuses. But this will also help us level faster, so that's good. Because part of this is the Aetherite earrings, and they help a lot. Also the Warrior of Light helm, but we can't see that one because we can't have helmets on Viera. So yeah, if you do make an alt, I've made many alts and I go through this every single time. Okay, how do we how do you refresh again? It's supposed to be a refresh thing. Oh, it's that one. Okay. 20, 40, that's 40. Also, let's just do that real quick. Oh, we got the maid outfit. I wasn't sure what I was going to pick as our recommended outfit. The reason I delete the letters is otherwise they actually take up inventory inbox space. You can have more than 20 letters in the red letters, but there is a maximum of them, so easy to delete them. Oh, what are you doing? She's found something to play with. What is that? Hold on, I need to check what my cat's doing. One sec. Okay, she found a piece of nori from where my girlfriend ate food earlier. That's what she was playing with, apparently. I forgot to delete that one. Yeah, I have the Cloud outfit, I have the Squall outfit, I have the Zidane outfit, I have the Yuna outfit, I have the Firion outfit. Are those all the cosplay outfits you got from gifts? I think so. Really? You're really gonna be making noise now? Okay. Yeah, enjoy my cat playing with a paper bag. Oh yeah, I also have Cecil's helmet and circlet. I have the Warrior of Light helmet. I think that's it for like cosplay stuff from earlier Final Fantasy games. On my main though, I of course have the lightning outfit and a bunch of other stuff. God, it takes so much time. Oh hey, I got the XIV minion. That one is based on. And request. Where's the... Oh wait, no, it's an item. Open all. Apply. Okay, so 48 total. I don't think you can get the maid outfit. Maybe it's available on the like real money store. The way I got it was through a GameStop campaign, where if you bought Square Enix stuff for over 200 Swedish kroner, you got the code. Although I just got the code for free because I knew the people working there. There was also an Amazon deal for the US version, I think. But that was like years ago. You also get a butler outfit, and guess what? The one is still gender locked. Even though I've been asking for it to be changed to not be underlocked for forever, because I want to wear it. Okay, there we go. 48 letters later and we're done. Do I want to go through all these as well? No, well, you know what? We'll do that later. Yeah, the buttless jacket is still locked. But I can wear Squall's outfit. It's a little more fitting than a maid outfit. Maybe not. Let's go with the. Oh wait, oh right. No, these outfits are equal, right? So the game doesn't even recognize that I changed clothes because they have the same stats. Yeah. Let's go kill some stuff. It only took an hour exactly. 1 hour ago we finished the character creation. Amazing, right? Here's some little ladybugs. God, the early combat is really not that exciting. Oh, I have played with a controller, but I just can't get used to it. My girlfriend plays with a controller. I do think the controller system is like impressive. The FF2 battle, or do you mean like FF4? Because the FF2 battle theme actually does play at some points. I think it's the first like old Final Fantasy battle theme that appears. Yes, I forget. In the game. Because it appears when you beat up a sex trafficker. No, it's not a sex trafficker. Where is it? Well, some creep. You beat up a creep. You save this woman in the story later on. And during that fight, when he like sends out like people to help him in the fight against you, the FF2 battle scheme plays. I love it. Poor lambs. Like, oh no, these lambs escaped the farm. Guess we better kill them. Okay, they're actually deceased according to the fate details, but still. What level are we anyway? Level 2. Level 3. Level 3, yeah. I'm used to having my level up here because of the party window. I should turn that on. The violin is Final Fantasy 13. God, I used to know like all the Final Fantasy themes by heart, but I'm not confident enough to say I do anymore. I think Final Fantasy... I can't actually remember which one 4 is right now. Oh yeah, absolutely. I'll be taking any help I can get. I've actually been asking people if they want to join in as well. I'm not gonna bother with the class questing stuff right now. Hunting log obtained. That's how we're gonna level up quickly. We're gonna go kill the same things again, but this time it will count towards our hunting log. I missed the hunting log and the new classes. And the higher levels. Yeah, dungeons are on level 15. Wait, is that wait, what is that supposed to be? Hotbar control 1? No, shift 1. Good thing I caught that earlier, I might have added stuff to that hotbar and just completely fucked up in combat. I actually used to have control as that one, but then I added one above that. No, I used to have shift on this one, and then I added one above that, and that was control. So I had this the wrong way around, and it was just super confusing. But yeah, I used 3 hotbars on my main. 3 full hotbars, which is more than what some people feel you should need, but I don't mind. We could probably take on the Bee Cloud, and maybe even the Tiny Mandragora. Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah, is it that it keeps like disconnecting and stuff? 'Cause that's been happening to mine. We actually got a new PS4 controller. Clara got one. 'Cause mine like started constantly like disconnecting. It was really annoying. It's like it wouldn't even charge properly because it just would disconnect itself. But I had that one since PS4 launched in 2013, so... Actually, I had it before the PS4 launch, because for whatever reason, they were selling PS4 accessories before the launch day. Like, just in the stores. Everywhere. It was odd, but... I guess if you can't use them, there's no harm, so... But yeah, like, I don't mind people playing along. I mean, there's the reason I put my my character name and world in the text on the layout. Huh. Yay! We can do the next quest. I haven't even done any side quests. Thank you, hunting log, an XP boost. So as I mentioned, I will be like rushing through the Marauder stuff because it's not main scenario, and the main scenario is what I want to like do for this stream. I've done the Marauder questline before. I've done all the starting class questlines. Well, I say that I haven't finished. No, I have finished Lancer. I did that recently. Are we on the right? Yeah, we are. Can't remember if the bar is on the upper or lower decks for some reason. Right, I don't have the hide UI button on this character set yet. So used to what I have on my regular character in the settings. Okay, actual cutscene time again. Still in Eorzea, are you, Cinder? I do fancy a trip outside the city walls. I'd like you to visit an orchard by the name of Summerford Farms. Orchard, not orchid. Ever heard of the place? The owner, Staleham, is an old mate of mine. He got himself a crew of mostly reformed pirate types, if you can believe that, and has been trying to bring a bit of life back to the fields after the calamity ruined the soil. He mentioned needing another hand or two, and your name sprang to mind. I gave you a glowing recommendation, so make sure you work hard and impress the old bastard. Need directions? Place ain't hard to find. Just take the Zephyr Gate out of the city and follow the road northeast. Hope y'all are enjoying my terrible accents because there's a lot of text coming. Again, I'm genuinely not sure what accent I'm trying to do for the Limsums. It's just the moment I see like apostrophes instead of H's and the like, I instantly go to this thing. I guess it's like kind of Irish, but not really. But yeah. I do enjoy it though because I get to roll on the R's when I do it, and it's always fun. It's even funnier in Swedish because att rulla på R:n är roligt när man talar svenska. Like R's are just so fun to roll in Swedish, and where I come from a place called Kalmar, and it's called Kalmaritiska when you speak in that way. God, so slow. I have to move on foot. I want my mounts. I don't get those to level 20. Oh look, that's a Raphalos mount. I don't have that one yet. It takes a lot of scales to get. The Monster Hunter trial is one of the few like crossover game things that aren't like limited time-wise. It's actually just forever there. It's a really fun fight too. But that's way later. That's in Stormblood. Ah, you must be the adventure Balron promised to send along. Cinder Lesperin, wasn't it? You honored his word, so that's a good start. I'm Stelwyn, the old bastard, as Balron likely described me, and this here's my humble orchard. A good number of the lads and lasses working here once terrorized the high seas, and if you're wondering why I employ these scrags, well, they used to crew my pirate ship. But the calamity did for our ship, like it did so many others, and I was sore wounded into the bargain. I had to feed myself and my crew somehow, and Admiral Melwip's initiative to get us landlocked buccaneers work in the field seemed too fine an offer to refuse. Well, it turns out you can take the pirate away from the sea, but you can't take the sea away from the pirate. A lot of my blokes just never took to tending to the soil, you see. And unfortunately, the botanists I called in to train them have been wringing their hands in black despair. With so much work piling up, I need a tougher soul like you to step in and help where it's needed. Alright, we're gonna threaten some pirates to do farm work. I have a mind to set you a task, Lesperin. Before I do, I need to be sure you're properly kitted out. Pirates don't care to parley with dandies, you understand. It might well be the ones here that have traded their cutlasses for cultists, but they're still rogues at heart. I know a solid set of gear when I see it. Come back when you think you're more suitably equipped. Oh my god, they've changed it. They've actually changed it. You don't need a belt anymore. You used to need a belt if you wanted to clear this quest, but no quest would give you a belt. So you essentially have to go buy one. We're gonna have to go buy gear anyway because, well, I don't think we'll get a full set of gear from our Axe in the Stone quest. But yeah, you used to need a belt, and it was always a pain because the belts you could buy nearby was always like higher level than level 5. So you stood there at level 5, needing level 5 gear, and the only belt you could put on was like level 7. And yeah, it sucked. Then you realize that if you equipped gathering and crafting gear, then you could find lower level belts and use. I forgot it was this early though. I thought that was actually like later, like level 10 or 15. No, of course it's not. Level 10 is like the end of the city quest, and level 15 is the first dungeon. I'm not sure why I thought that. Okay, yeah, so we're going to learn how to destroy stone. This is the first Marauder quest. This is literally what I'm doing in Story of Seasons. Although I'm doing with a hammer, not a axe. It's actually a bit odd. This is the only Final Fantasy game where a warrior, which is what the Marauder becomes at level 30, uses an axe instead of a sword as the standard equipment. And the sword is instead used for the paladin. In previous Final Fantasy games, the axe was meant for the Viking, which isn't a class in this. Of course, you could still use axes in most Final Fantasy games that had class systems, but it was not the main weapon intended. And yeah, belts. The fun thing about belts, the belts don't have 3D models. So you equip belts, but they don't, like, nothing changes on your character. And yet they actually make the 3D models for the icons, and you might wonder why. Why would they do that? Everything else shows up on your character except the belt. And the reason is, in 1.0 the belts did show up. But it also meant that all the like torso pieces or the leg pieces needed to have they need to be molded to fit belts, which meant they look off without belts on, because they were like clearly like just stuff left off meant to be there. So what they did for A Realm Reborn was they decided, okay, let's just put the belts on the base costumes. And just like removing or adding belts doesn't change anything. It's just in your mind. And honestly, a lot of players have asked for them to just remove belts altogether and like split up the stats from belts to other things. I'm one of those people. I think that's a change they should make, because it's really just pointless to have a slot that doesn't change anything visually and only like add stats that could exist on anything else. Belts aren't real. Yeah. But it's really annoying because like when you do raids later on, when you do like when you do raids, you obviously you're trying to get like high item levels, and you're trying to get like good item levels on everything on the left and right side, and ending up with the belt rolls, especially when you're trying to like just get a good visual look, and like, oh sorry, the RNG decided on this alliance raid that the thing you get this time is a belt that literally doesn't make it look any better. You can't even like change, like there's nothing it does for you. And it was really, really frustrating. Did I pick the wrong place? No, I didn't. This is the right place. I like this. The Gobu. Oh yeah, no, they're not called... I always call them Gobu because it's 2 B, but it's 2 U. Ooh. O's as well. And like the official way to pronounce it is like Gubo or something like that. Like there's one, maybe 2 voiced cutscenes. One of them I know is early on in this storyline actually, where they pronounce it. And I remember I played the game for like years, and I hadn't done the Limbs Limits starting cutscene, starting storyline yet, because I had only done Ulda and Gridania. But I had been calling them Gobus for years, and then like I was just like watching someone play the Limsa thing, and it got to a cutscene and they were like Gubu, and I was just like, what the fuck are you talking about? They're Gobus. And only then did I notice they had two O's in the name. Hey. I'm glad the fate that normally spawns here isn't happening at the same time as me having to do this quest. Because it can be pretty annoying if you have to fight a bunch of toads at the same time as this. This is Marauder quest stuff. Yeah, so we're just being attacked. The reason I'm skipping this, by the way, is because if I'm going to do the both the Main Scenario Questline and the like job questline, it will take twice as long, and I only have until August 11th to finish the Main Scenario Questline, so how about that? But basically, crabs are attacking. You know what they say about giant crabs. Gotta attack its weak point for massive damage. God, can you like just think for a second that like E3 2006 was the year where the PS3 launch library was shown off, and the Genji 2 bit with here's the giant enemy crab thing happened. That's 14 years ago. Like, that's ridiculous. 14 years since that happened. It doesn't feel real. I'm supposed to take the aggro from the big one, but I don't need to because it's an early quest and I have a healer with me, so they'll just heal themselves. But like, that E3 presentation was just full of so many memes. Well, it was full of things that became memes. You had the giant enemy crab, of course, and the introduction there, which was Genji 2 is an action game based on Japanese history. So here's this giant enemy crab. It's just the most beautiful segue. But it wasn't the actual segue, but it was how everyone remembered it. I also had the whole, like, it's Ridge Racer! Ridge Racer! God, good times. Cool, we can go back. Oh, it looks like they could have said anything. Like, they could have said, like inspired by Japanese history, anything, but no, they went with based on, like, which makes you think, like, oh, this is like a real storytelling of real events, and then it's like, yeah, here's this giant enemy crab. Beautiful. E3 press conferences aren't, like, fun anymore. I mean, they weren't any this year, but, like, they become so, the companies have gotten so used to making them and, like, figured out a formula of just making, like, directed ads in the most effective way. Or maybe not effective, but at least the most, like, inoffensive way. That we don't get, like, the awkward fun ones anymore. Like Konami's terrible, terrible press conference, where they, like, had like a laser tag game that happened in the middle of the conference. Like, just, like, they literally had the whole thing happen in between the audience members, as people ran out with laser tag guns and be like, choo choo choo, like, why? Oh shit, I think I need to go to lower decks if I want to get... Yeah, I do. If I want to get my equipment done. That's 5, right? Yeah, 5 there, 5 there. So I need gloves, legs. I think the helmet is fine, right? Yeah, no, it's... I need to switch helmets just temporarily, because it's technically a level 1 helmet. Even though you're meant to have it until level 15. Oh wait, no, 10, right? Yeah, 10. Yeah, Microsoft have a keynote tomorrow, don't they? Or today, technically. Guess I'll watch that. I don't know. I haven't like because of like everything that happened, or like with COVID-19 and everything. Oh shit! I don't have any gold. I didn't think about that problem. That's what happens when you don't have when you don't do side quests. Shit. Okay, let's do a quick side quest. You're supposed to do all these side quests when you're first exploring the city, but fuck that, it takes time. Already took me an hour to kill something. And that's since the game is actually slower than even Final Fantasy XI, which is a very, very slow and also very complicated online game. There we go. It's nice that you get a bunch of right side items now, though. That's new. I say new, like it was added a few years ago. Oh shit, these are expensive. Guess we better do some more quests. When I was planning this in my head, I was like, oh yeah, I know all the early quest stuff in Final Fantasy XIV. I can probably like knock out like a city story in a single stream. Yeah, I probably could if I skipped everything, but that would be a pretty boring stream. Yeah, so as soon as we actually get rolling and stuff, it's going to be faster. You level so fast when you're in dungeons these days. It's ridiculous. It used to be actually that dungeons were a terrible way of leveling. And then they realized that's a bad idea. So one of the first like changes was just increased XP in dungeons. But in like back in like the earlier Reborn days, they didn't bother with dungeons. You did fates instead. Fates were the best way to level. And honestly, it's still a pretty effective way of leveling. Time is it? 3:20. If I would have known that I scheduled this stream a little later than I have been streaming the last few days, because when I was streaming Doom Eternal the past 4 nights, I was alone home. Home alone is the order you say it in. Which meant that like there was really no one to mind if I like got loud and shouted and stuff like that. Which I did a lot in that game for various reasons. But now my girlfriend's back, and I decided to schedule it later so I could spend more time with her. Then she went and fell asleep early, so I could have actually scheduled this earlier. Over here is the Rogues Guild. They were added in 2.4, I think? Dreams of Ice. They were the first new class to be added after Realm Reborn launched. And one of two classes that have been added, or jobs, that have been added since, like in between expansions. The other one being Blue Mage. Remember now when I was trying to do this as a Let's Play the first time, it was easy because I could just like skip through these things and then cut that out for the video. But also I actually was going to do that one with a co-host, so I didn't have to do all the talking myself. That fell through, so now I'm doing this. That's fine. I do wonder how much we'll need. We still need gloves, and we need pants. I think technically we could find quests that give us that, but haven't been that lucky so far. Personally, if I'm going to be honest, I think they should have just made it so you get the full level 5 set of armor from your level 5 Marauder job quest. Like, I would be fine with you not getting anything more than that afterwards, but just to get the starting thing off, because like, if it's your first time playing, you're not gonna know which quests like actually give you armor, because there's no indication of which do before you like pick the quests. And of course you're also not gonna know like how much gold you need if you want to buy them. Again, sorry. Corvalane here is a recurring character somehow. Go. These two quests should be enough, then we can probably just continue on. I get why they do this in the main scenario, where they like stop you and want you to like have a full gear. It's so that they don't just send you in and you die in things, and you know, just a little like check to make sure you're ready to actually play the game. But I mean, at the same time, I would have been fine without the full set. And back to Corvalane we go. Oh, it would actually be faster to go that way. Oh, I know why I'm messing up with the minimap. There we go. Now it's rotating. There we go. Now we can go get our gear. The music in this game is fantastic too. The composer, Soken Masayoshi, is just fantastic. Maybe he may be my favorite Final Fantasy composer. He is that good. Like, he is just fantastic. Doesn't really show in the earliest tracks in these games, but like later on when he gets unleashed on the, when he gets to do whatever he wants rather than just trying to like emulate Uematsu, which is the early stuff. Oh, it's amazing. Okay, we need shoes. No, we have shoes. We need pants. And we need gloves. Cool. You can have some money over. Oh, we look so ugly. That's the life of a leveling character. Leveling gear is never pretty. Yeah, Ciphergate. I need to remember which is which. Yeah, I could have just teleported now that I think about it. But that costs skill. We have established we don't have a lot of that, so might as well not. Oh, we got Alana in our text chat. I should remove my my little beginner player icon, since I'm not actually a beginner player. But I can't remember how you do that, so I'll look that up later. It's a command you can use in your chat to get rid of it. Oh shit, what voice did I get in? Oh yeah. Let's have a look at you, shall we? Oh, as long as you're this well covered, I won't feel any guilt throwing you to the sharks. First, wild buccaneers are an ordinary lot. They rage in love for the sea and care little for the laws of the land. But they respect strength, and by the look of you, I say you'll have little trouble getting their attention. Oh, thank you. Yeah, NA, new adventurer, right. Wait, do I already have that axe? I do, yeah, let's pick the gold instead. I hope I read you all right. For our task, it requires the attention of a capable adventurer. Might that adventurer be you? I mean, we already talked about it, but okay. Good to hear. I shall lay before you the story tale. You will have heard rumors about the abductions. Citizens have been disappearing from every corner of Limsa, as if plucked from the face of Heidelin, boots and all, by an unseen hand. And what's this got to do with Summerford Farms, you might ask? Well, that remains to be seen. But it seems a collection of right unsavory fellows with azure-tattooed faces have been creeping up to the edges of the fields and spying on my yeomen. Now, I doubt anyone would enjoy being scrutinized by the savages at the best of times, but the farmhands are convinced that they're the kidnappers of Ruma, come for the hides. Needless to say, they're beside themselves with worry, and their work suffering for it, which is the very last thing I need when my old crewmen are still getting used to their new jobs. It's a struggle to get them to leave the farmhouse every morning. That is, as they say, where you come in. Would you be willing to investigate these tattooed thugs for me? Good lass, the sooner we get to the bottom of this, the sooner this place will start to resemble a working farm again. I suggest you begin by having a look at the Seasong Grotto. If reports are to be believed, our unwelcome visitors have occupied the place. Be careful though, Lesburin. I couldn't say for sure what manner of miscreants we're dealing with here. If they are the kidnappers, well, just be on your guard, alright? NA status off. Yay! Alright, I can switch back to my my helmet now. That should be the better one, right? No, it actually wants me to use the leather eye patch. Oh, I don't want that. I mean, I do kind of want aesthetically the eye patch is cooler and actually shows up on my character, I think. Actually does it. Yeah, it does, but oh god, it's yellow. So, Alana, I'm assuming you're still listening. Did you create a new character, or is this one of your alts? Or did I just happen to pick the server you're actually on? Oh god, a bogey. Those are actually kind of annoying to fight. Early on, that is. All of the like floating bubble ghosts can be a pain to fight early on because they just really just pummel you with attacks if you fuck up. Of course, I'm playing a tank class, so it's honestly no big deal for me, but when you play a DPS, especially if you play Black Mage, as I tend to do, you are so squishy and they will just fuck you up. There are some like level, I think they're like level 19, level 20 bubbles in the early area for Black Mages, and they just completely fuck you up. Made a new character, had no characters in this DC, okay. But yeah, you were a European server, right, around that. Yeah, instance battles. Yeah, we've already had an instance battle. You don't need to tell me now.
I am the waves that bear. I am the winds that guide. I am the evening stars. I am the morning sky. I am born of the sea, and there shall I die. Thus reads the sailor's requiem, carved into yonder stone. Such words well describe the manner in which the citizens of Limsa Lominsa live their lives. It is both a litany against misfortune for those out on the waves, and a prayer that the souls of those who perish on land might find their way back to the sea. Ah, you are the adventurer I've seen around Summerford Farms. I thought myself on the trail of the kidnappers, but it would seem I have missed my mark. Or perhaps not.
Yeah, sorry, I have just stole Tashi.
As I suspected, the etheric disturbance here is no natural occurrence.
She can actually sit up properly, it's great.
Nor is it a coincidence that the two of us should come here in search of those responsible for the disappearances, only to be attacked. But who stands to benefit from the keeping of this secret? Oh, such thoughts must wait. Let us attend to the task at hand, unpleasant though it be.
I wonder if she actually... Most characters have their English voice actors changed between A Realm Reborn and Heavensward, but I wonder... It might be that Eorzea doesn't. While I'm at it, I'm gonna do a little quick change I want to have fixed. Where is it? Okay, fine. I'll do these first. There. Thank you. Yeah, you fail the duty if you die or if the NPC helping you dies, which can be really annoying when playing solo duties. Although if you're a healer, it tends to be easier because you can just heal them up. Tank is also really good because you can just take the damage. But as a DPS, especially if you're a caster, solo duties are basically hell.
Phew.
What could that be? Ooh, shiny crystal. Oh, I should have taken a screenshot of that. It's actually a cooler shot than the one I took earlier to use for the thumbnail.
Feel. Think.
Ah, prelude.
Crystal bearer. I am Heidelin, all made one. A light there once was that shone throughout this realm, yet it hath since grown dim. And as it hath faltered, so hath darkness risen up in its stead, presaging an end to life. For the sake of all, I beseech thee, deliver us from this fate. The power to banish the darkness dwelleth in the crystals of light. Journey forth and lay claim to them.
Very basic Final Fantasy stuff. Final Fantasy 1. Callback especially. Of course, the English version called them orbs originally. Hydaelyn.
By thy deeds shall the crystals reveal themselves to thee. Only believe, for the light liveth in thy heart.
I always like this, showing that like other players are also crystal bearers of Hydaelyn. So like even though you are, you know, the warrior of light and all that stuff, like it still acknowledges that like various players have been chosen by various people have been chosen by Hydaelyn.
Go now, my child, and shine thy light on all creation.
Awake again, are we? Aha! The poor creature's fury was kindled with cruel forethought. See this blade? I found it in the Gubu's back.
Gubu. There it is.
I have seen knives of this kind before. They are most commonly used for the cutting of rope. It would appear our culprits are seafaring men of some persuasion. Piratical being the most probable.
Yeah, it's probably pirates.
In any event, you seem much recovered from your sudden affliction. I confess, I was rather taken aback when you collapsed at the very moment of our victory. Mayhap a surfeit of ether? I beg your pardon. A towering crystal. I'm sure I don't... Oh! Well, well. This has been a day of unexpected revelations.
God, she's so pretty.
I must continue my investigation. In the meantime, I suggest you deliver this knife to your patron, along with a warning concerning the pirate's probable involvement in this murky business. The days ahead promise little rest, I fear. May our paths cross again, under the light of the crystal.
Y'shtola, that character, is easily one of my favorite characters in the game. Final Fantasy XIV has a ridiculous amount of good female characters. Like, I love Final Fantasy as a whole. I'm a Final Fantasy collector. I've been playing Final Fantasy since the 90s. Levi, what are you doing? Hold on. One sec. Okay, what was I saying? Right, I've been playing Final Fantasy since the 90s, and while I wouldn't say it's worse than other, like it's not worse than the average RPG series in regards to treatment of women, or female characters, stuff like that. It actually is. It's actually better than most other RPG series. Not all of them, but most. It still has a lot of problems and a lot of very, very awkward, tropey ways of dealing with female characters. 14, for the most part, doesn't do that. Like, it's incredibly good about its female characters. There are some exceptions, and if we get to some of those, I will be talking. There's one character in particular, but that's 2 expansions forward that I loathe everything about that character and how she was handled. But yeah, that's ways of Breadcrumbs. That's a good name. That's a very good character name for Lalafell. Lesperin, right glad am I to see you safely returned. My lads were all gabbing about here in what sounded like all 7 hells breaking loose near the grotto, and I fear I sent you to your death. If you were in the middle of that commotion, I hope you yielded something of interest. I hate to think you risked your life for naught. I'm gonna move this item request window because it keeps covering my inventory. A blade pulled from the back of a creature you slew at the cave, eh? Aye, I'd agree that such a knife would be part of any seafaring man's kit. I'm starting to think that these ruffians are pirates, come to lure my farmhands back to the life of plunder. Chances are they didn't take kindly to your appearance on their doorstep, and set a mad and gubu on you. Aye, the pirates have been adding to the numbers of late. I'd best warn the lads and lasses in my employ to be of guard against their schemes. You met someone else at the grotto. A woman with a strange contraption. Ah, Stola. She's been in Limsa for a good while now. Her studies of the ether often brings her out to Summerford, so her presence at the grotto is hardly unusual. She's an odd-looking lass, I grant you, but she's not the kind to associate with kidnappers, you may take my word for that. What trust should be lacking is in those German of mine who have yet to wholly relinquish their pirate pasts. The temptation to return to the free and easy life of a buccaneer may prove too strong to resist. You have my thanks, Lesperin. If it weren't for the efforts of stalwart adventurers like yourself, this farm would be in a far worse state than it is. Just you keep on lending your talents to those in need, eh? Help bring Limsa the brighter future she deserves. Let's see Slough Severin and his lot. Never around when there's work to be done. I'd sooner hire you for the sake of getting things done, but them the rapscallions would never learn. Run him up and let him know that Stelwyn would like a word, and don't take no for an answer. This is the quest I thought we were gonna do first, but I guess it was afterwards. We're gonna go threaten some pirates. Oh. There's another one. Blast! How's a botanist supposed to accomplish field work without a field to work in? Watch the pirates are well and good when you want a field pillaged and plundered, but not when you need it plowed. A lone horticulturist such as myself hardly strikes fears in the hearts of monsters, but your gait is such that I... But your... Bleh. Wow, I'm really stumbling with my lines. Your gait is such that I believe you might. I'd be much obliged if you could rid the field of some of the mandragoras. With 5 fewer of the sprouting critters roaming about, I'm sure I could return to my work. Let's see, where's the first pirate to talk to? Here. Work? Can't work with me hands full of lifting this mug. You know, I wager me last skill you never guess what I'm drinking. Swill water. Well, you were right up at the swill pot. I reckon it might be worth a day or doing a stare with shorts if it'll afford me a taste of proper grog. I think there's one around here as well. I don't see one. Might be outside the gate? Yeah. How am I supposed to work on an empty stomach? Go on, have a guess at what I had for breakfast. Spare the sticks. But, gods, how'd you know? It's my breath, ain't it? It probably smells as wooden as the food tastes. I know why you're here. I just as soon get some real food in me, but I ain't one to reject the summons from the captain. Mandragoras! God, I can't wait to actually have like the ranged starting move. So awkward having to like run up and then start fighting. Nice. Axes were made for splitting skulls, not stumps. You know what I did in my sailing days? Wanton slaughter. You bet your bosom I did, lass. Aye, those were the days. I reckon now I had to be satisfied taking my axe to the trees. These pirates are not hard to convince. Gotta say, it's just like responding to them and they just go back on their own. If this quest was done like today, they would have added like a bunch of emotes to that you would have to do to like get them to go back. Shit, can I not jump up here? There we go. The Stale women sent you, and what do you reckon I say to that? Working for the weak and wiltless? Damn right! I didn't get where I'm taking guff from. Didn't get where I am by taking guff from any glorified gardeners. I suppose I could see what he wants to get him off my back. Again, they just complete pushovers. So I like that every area in Realm Reborn has their own version of the battle theme. Like it's the same battle theme melody, but it's been rearranged for each region. They don't do that for the expansions now because they have enough new music to do, you know. I always thought that was a nice touch. I'm Severin. You're the old man Severin girl now. Tell my dear old captain not to wet his britches. I'll be along. Oh, and just so we're clear, I don't care for landlubbers. Go find the chocobo you rode in on and ride on out. Gee, I wonder if he is maybe not a nice person. Decided to give him Shadow the Hedgehog's voice, and I'm not sure why. I'm the coolest. How about that? You've already done more than the whole lot of slothful sea slugs combined. If only they spent half as much time proving their worth as they do talking about it. You continue to impress, lass. All but 7 are accounted for. It's no fault of yours he's squirmed out. I'll let that worm wriggle through my fingers more times than I can count. But rest assured, next time I see him, I'll put him squarely in the dirt, where all such worms belong. Pains me to say, but all the gil in the world can't buy loyalty. There are some, like you, who can be trusted, but then there are others. Until now, I've had no choice but to rely on the charlatan Severin, even though I am full aware he's been doing shady deals behind my back. More than once I've heard tell of him proper trading with the goblins. Wouldn't be the least surprised if it was happening right now. Not a bell ago, a sack of oranges vanishes, and so did Severin. I want you to find and confront the bastard for me, Desperin. I'm sure there's wrongdoing afoot, so be sure to doubt anything that comes out of his mouth. Yeah, now we're gonna do some emoting. It's raining. Alright, these are the peaceful goblins. You can't attack them, but these don't attack you. There are other goblin camps where they just straight up start attacking you the moment you come near. The goblins are wonderful. The goblins are like absolutely hilarious. I love all the quests involving goblins. Bloody hell, so I'm up to the strait without a paddle. I'm doubting you. What's this now? Stairwind sent you for the oranges, huh? So the old bugger had known all this time. Ugh, what does it matter anyway? Listen, you're one of those goody-goody adventurer types, right? Go rescue me mates from the double-dealing goblins. They're just over yonder by the bonfire. Oh, hostile presence. I always love that. Yeah, I'm aiding you. It's gonna push my hand onto you. Severin sent you? The way you flew out of here, I was sure he'd sold us down the river. Yeah, just gonna poke my hand at you as well. If you hadn't come, my dodo would have been cooked. Cooked dodo. That was not the voice I gave him earlier, but I don't care. Can't remember all the voices. I owe you one. Would have gone away myself if not for Severin shoving me aside. Pressing X to doubt. You saved me, mates. And for that, I owe you. Suppose I should be ashamed I couldn't clean up my own mess. But a pirate knows no shame. I have no qualms by going back on my word. I'm only giving you the sack because I like the cut of your jib. Take it to Wassine, and send him my regards. God, if I ever, I have no plans of doing this, I don't think I will, but if I ever did, actually maybe I should, it could be fun. If I ever did a stream or let's play of either Sonic Battle or Sonic Chronicles: The Dark Brotherhood, I would have so much fun doing all the Sonic character voices. Because that's that game isn't voiced, that has so much dialogue between the characters. What have we here? A delivery from Summerford Farms, and that's scheduled? Huh, well, it's the first time for everything. Oh, look at that, not a single one missing either. Oh, the only things not here are those bagmen, and I don't miss them one bit. Here's Tailwind's payment in full. With you, I can trust I'll reach him. No idea what voice that was, but oh well. That's his voice now. What happened to the music? It's supposed to be music. The music has disappeared. That's unusual. There we go. Back in one piece, that's a relief. How did you fare, Lisperin? Ah, this is what I was aiming for. Looks to be all I was owed, alright. Though I would tell you false if I claimed I had not held out more hope for Severin. I was even willing to overlook the skimming off the top. The sellers are short in favor of those god-forsaken goblins. Huh. You do well to mind yourself around that two-gill sheet. If he'd leave his own mates for dead, there's no telling what he'd do to you. Nice. God, this person's name is Gurkant, and I can't take it seriously. Blast! At this rate, the crops will never be ready for harvest. If only we had black loam. Just a bit could send our stock soaring. I bet Rodwinda knows where you might find some. Perhaps you might pay her a visit in the orchard? The music has disappeared again. The field music should be playing here, but it's just not. The Gherkin's got a head of cabbage if he thinks I'm fetching him any black loam. If you dare to pinch some from the cook pot, then be my guest. Just mind you don't get trampled upon by the Aurochs that dwell there. Once you have 3 bushels worth, take the black loam to Frewall at Tillow's Rest. He'll know what to do. Poop time, indeed. This area is also really annoying because there's a fate that can spawn right on top of the area I need to go get this stuff in. And it's not up now, so that's good. So the fates are like, it was a big innovation at the time. It's basically like short quests that just appear in the overworld that everyone inside the circle of the quests take part in. Very similar to how quests work in Guild Wars 2. Which was actually like, I just released like the year before. But yeah. They were a big deal. Fate is an acronym, and it stands for Field... Oh shit, what does it stand for actually? Field Active Time Event, I think. Oh, I messed that up. I think it's Field Active Time Event. There's also Gates, which is Gold Saucer. Yeah, I know it should be GS. Gold Saucer Active Time Event, if I recall correctly. The popular Notorious Monster system from FFXIV was basically worked into the Fate system. And then the very Notorious Monster system was worked into the what is the official name for the hunts in this game? It's not hunts, it's something else. But essentially, the special enemies you can hunt, they're like A rank and S rank. Marks. Is it marks? Might be marks. I almost never use like the official proper terminology for stuff in this game because I always just like just talk casually with friends who play the game. You can basically say any just made up or borrowed term, and people who play the game will know what it is. So it's like. Anyway, I just picked up a bunch of poop from those Aurochs, which are basically as big. Not bulls. What's the word I'm thinking of? Well, sort of bulls, I guess. Huh. Even the weeds wither and die in this desolate dirt. Well, a bit of this black loam ought to change all that. I haven't seen any in ages. Gathering black loam's not for the weak of will, nor the weak of stomach, eh? Oh, don't tell me Gurkhani and Rotwinder neglected to mention where the black loam comes from. Well, surely you figured it out on your own after all the cloying stench. It comes from the Auroch's lair, of all places. Well, why dwell on who misled whom and by what? What matters is that your efforts have brought us black loam, and we can expect a bountiful harvest as a result. Thank you. Jane, we delivered poop. Final Fantasy mainline questline, main story questline, delivering poop to pirates. Confounded pirates, they know nothing of tillin', only killin'. They wrote that line. Stealing our shovels to melt and forge into axes of all things. Hey, I use an axe. A bite in the hand that feeds them. Manly mongrels. I'd love to teach those curs a lesson in obedience myself if I hadn't sworn to stale worm that I wouldn't fight no more. I need you to bring back our farm tools and make sure those dogs reap what they sown. Those pirates don't know anything about tillin', only killin'. I bet Koji Fox was really proud of himself when he wrote that line. Ah, shit. Should be it. I wonder what those sea dogs will try and steal when there's no harvest. Ah, good to see the tools back and in serviceable condition, which would be more than we can say of Severin when we get our hands on him. The wretch likely had a role in the theft. Spied him meeting the pirates in secret. I did. I couldn't care less if the wastrel won't work. But when he consorts with the cut purses that takes our tools away, he's crossed the line. Still, we ought to know what sort of scalawag he's dealing with. Take word to him, would you? Shit. Can I might be able to get up this way. I'm supposed to use the bridge, but that's far away. Come on. Come on. Yes. Years of playing Morrowind has learned me how to jump up mountains. Pirates making off with our tools. Frefwald did well not to take matters to his own hand, lasting any his blood on my crops. But I'll be damned if Severin thinks he can take us for fools. His treachery won't go unpunished. Now just give me some hempen kicks. I've come to expect a great deal from you, lass. You've never once let me down. Yet, what I'd ask of you now goes beyond what I've asked before. Would you hear my plea all the same? So I'm thinking this will be the last quest of the night, actually. It eases my mind to have your ear. You're no doubt familiar with the scandal Severin by now. Well, the scheming scapegrace is at it again. Since that letter came for him. He's been skulking about in that manner he does when he's up to no good. Now he's rounded up his rogues and buggered off, with nary a word to anyone. I've grown accustomed to his insolence, but something tells me this is different. It ain't exactly damning, but when the last words I had with him, he didn't look defiant so much as hunted. I can't help but think he's gone looking for trouble and found more than he wanted. So I was hoping you might hunt his sorry hide down and drag it back here before it's too late. The ungrateful little cur bites me every chance he gets, but I can't quite bring myself to cut him loose. I suppose he reminds me of my younger self. Suffice to say, I'd rather he didn't come to a sticky end. As for how to find him, I'd try asking Grinavida at the Aetherite. She was the last one to see him. I dare say she'll be able to tell you about where he was headed. Yeah, you can jump up mountains in Skyrim and Oblivion as well, but Morrowind is like... In Morrowind, it's basically expected of you. Especially since you want to level up your acrobatics. Nothing that passes through these gates escapes my... Nothing that passes through these gates... Nothing that passes through those gates escapes my notice. I saw the Rouser and his rabble set out for the Woad Whisper Canyon not long ago, singing about drinking themselves stupider. Shikisad said I should join them. I told them I'd rather shrivel up than sip at whatever it was they had pickled. Wow, I am terrible tonight. I told them I'd rather shrivel up than sip whatever it was that had pickled their brains. If you find the idle swine, be sure and give them a cuff round the ear from me, will you? Yeah, now the notorious monster fate is actually up there. The big aurochs. Why can't I remember what the word I was going to find there was? It was because it wasn't bull. I was looking for another word. Bison. Bison was the word I was looking for. The aurochs are like bisons. I wonder if there's no sound out, if there's no music in this area right now because of the rain. That's how it works in Story of Seasons, and I don't like that. Like, if you're going to have no music during rain, you need to make the rain like really loud and ambient. And I'm pretty sure, okay, I have ambient sounds turned off. That's my own fault. But even now it's the same level as the music, and it's still like barely there. Whee! Of all the dirty, deceitful, downright ghastly, slippery bastard son. Claim to take the lives of for a drink and to lead us straight into a bloody trap. Don't get no lower than that. Of course, I've learned to stay a step ahead of old Severin, so I was ready. But the others weren't so lucky. You got to help them. You're not gonna come with? It's your buddies. Oh well. Nothing old Cinder Lesperin can't handle. God, I love that name. Really good name. Thank you for reminding me that what Cinderace's name was, so I could actually go with that. My axemates will have been a white flag for all the good it did. Hope you fare better, or the sorry bastards in there are done for. Yeah, this is like the first... I would say this is the... After this quest, we'll get to level 10, which is like where the next part of the town story continues for 5 levels. And then the main story starts, basically. Which is why I think this will be a good ending point tonight, and we can probably do the next part of the town story. Maybe even the first dungeon, the next stream, which might be tomorrow, I don't know. I decided to do this game, even though it's weekdays, because it's a game I don't risk end up shouting a lot in, like when I played Doom, so it's better to do for weekdays. Severin might have got us into this mess, but I ain't about to let him give his life for us. I'd sooner bow to a fishback than be in that conniving bastard's debt. To arms! See, he's gonna help out. Lalafels, they don't fuck around. A bunch of new voices. True knave. You betray even yourself, Severin. We were prepared to overlook the matter of your dissertation on the condition that you provided us with suitable replacements. That was the agreement. Yet your latest change of heart leaves your debt to us unpaid. Few are they who betray the serpent weavers twice. You will not do so a third time. Cowering behind your protector will only delay the inevitable. Honorless wretch, your life is all you have left. And worthless though it will be, we'll take it. Ooh, hooded figure. I wonder if it's Samuel Hayden. O mournful voice of creation, send unto me a creature of the abyss, my thrall to command, that I might smite my enemies. I wonder why he didn't speak in his own tongue. Like, they have their own language. Oh well. Golem! Yes, this is the first encounter with the hooded figures. You won't be identified for a while. In the Ulda storyline, which is the one I have played the most, you actually meet them earlier. At the same time as you meet the Gubu in this one. And then you fight the Clay Golem later on in that one as well. That the Golem could be vanquished. That woman is no ordinary adventurer. I forget which robed figure that is. One of the people in robes have a voice later on, and it's literally this. He speaks like this, and it's amazing. It's hilarious. I don't know why they gave him a voice like this. His name is, I think it's Nobriales that talks like that. It's hilarious. The snake slithered away. I'm only glad that he did not have a chance to sink his fangs more deeply into you. Those pirates do not belong to any of the known Laminsan factions. Whom then do they serve? The Beast Tribes? Surely not. The timing of their appearance coincides all too neatly with the recent surge in Sahagin and Kobold activity. Why is Sahagin capitalized but not Kobold? They're both tribes. Something is afoot. The question is, what? Could it be that the tribes are planning to summon their primals? 12 help us if it should prove so. Limsa would be hard-pressed to keep a single primal at bay, let alone 2. But all is yet speculation. I must needs find evidence. Now to think about it, your Shtol's voice is a little deeper than that, actually. The seas continue to rise, while the lesser moon continues to fall. So yeah, this is clearly a flashback to 1.0, the old version of the game. It's actually like one of the few times we get to see Dalamud, the lesser moon, in A Realm Reborn. And ilm by ilm, the world becomes ever more unlike itself. It's just as Louisoix foretold. The coming of chaos has rendered the laws of nature mutable, blurring the boundary between the material and ethereal planes. Little now stands between us and the primals. But they are not here yet. The time may be against us. Hope shall ever be on our side. Never did the creed of the Charlayan ring more true. Never did I dream that I would possess the means to see ether. Yet now that I do begin to take it for granted. How swiftly the wonders of Charlayan seem commonplace. Here, for you. Have you come for the festivities? Today the Maelstrom officially makes the Great Hole in the Sea its training ground. Join in the celebrations. This scene is recreated in beautiful 3D CGI pre-rendered stuff in the opening title sequence for this game. Wait. A disturbance in the etherical flow. But whence does it emanate? Seasong Grotto, perhaps? I forgot we have oven mitts on right now. What have we here? Can you walk? Sigh. Regrettably no, he eluded me. Understood. I will inform the Commodore. You collapsed from your exertions. Are you suitably recovered? Severin here has apprised me of all that transpired. His account shed some light upon how you came to be attacked by the golem of all things. A golem is a mindless automation, inert save when commanded to be otherwise. Common pirates could not hope to control such a thing, so arcane are its workings. But then these tattooed wretches are no common pirates. They are the minions of the Sahagin. As to their purpose, well, I shall get to the bottom of it. But first I must escort Severin back to his place of employment. I dare say Severin would be wondering what has become of him. And you too, for that matter. I will bear word to him of your preservation. But I am certain he would like to thank you in person. Pray pay the man a visit. Ah, he told me of you, but perchance he did not tell you of me. My name is Yerstola. I am a naturalist of sorts, surveying the ether in hope that it might offer up some clue as to our predicament. I'd say I owe you my life, but that don't cover it. If it weren't for you, my friends would be dead and all. It's a debt I can never repay. I'll not make things worse by running away. Take me to Summerford Farms, and I'll face the consequences. Oh, the cat has found a moth or something to chase. For reasons I can't fathom, you seem... Forgive me. Perhaps we have a chance to speak again when I have marshaled my thoughts. Until our paths next cross, farewell. I cannot at all do a Yerstola voice. It is much deeper than that. At the same time, it's not like... It's not like rougher than that, and I can't do that. Until our friend returns, I will hold the line. Like, no, can't do it. That doesn't sound right at all. Oh, careful, cat. Yeah, she's following a moth. The moth is on the ceiling. She can't get nearly close enough for it. She tried, though. She jumped on top of a shelf, but she like smashed right into the roof of the shelf. Oh yeah, by the way, Alana, what starting class did you go for? I read that as lol. Lo, I knew you'd return. Your stroller delivered 7 a bit ago. Tales of your heroic deeds precede you. The rest came shuffling back too, a lot of them sporting the same haunted expression. It's me who's to blame for that. That and the rest. I was once a serpent reaver. A thrall through the Sahagin? 7 hells, reavers may look and sound and act like pirates, but they're not but the fishback's flunkies. Us pirates ain't much for laws, but there's things we won't do. We got a code, see? But the reavers, we've never followed a word of it. A few years back, they started snatching law-abiding Lominsons. I'd only just taken my oath when our captain bent the knee to his new Sahagin masters. I knew I had to get away. So I crept off one night, got myself a new name, and found myself a new home. Summerford Farms. Trouble is, secret don't stay secret for long. Round here. Secret don't stay secret for long around here, and word soon spread, all the way back to the sea. The penalty for desertion is death, but the reavers offered me a way out instead. My freedom in exchange for my mates. The letter? I don't know what I was thinking. Oh, he's crying. I don't know what I was thinking. I wasn't bloody thinking. Too busy soiling myself. Aye, but you got there in the end, didn't you? When time came, you made the right decision. The men say little to me, but I hear them talk of how you stood up to the reavers at the last, or how you tried to give your life to save theirs. Be that as it may, no deed, however good, can atone for the crime betraying your brethren. I know that. I do. That's why I'm going to hand myself over to the Yellow Jackets. I'll bring shame to the farm no more. You hear no arguments from me. Each man must sail according to his own moral compass. I just hope yours guides you back here someday. There will always be a place for you at Summerford Farms, lad. And I'll always be in your debt, Stelwern. Oh, he was crying again there. I'll always be in your debt, Stelwern. Conjurer, okay. I owe you a debt too, Cinder. Not once have you let me down. Thank you for saving the men on my farm. If I could ask one more favor of you, it'd be this. Tell Balderon what's happened, from start to finish. I'm certain he put in a good word for Severin, if he knew the whole story. And he's one of the few people I know who the Yellow Jackets will listen to. Well, I reckon I've asked all I could possibly ask of you. Safe travels, lass. Alright. And that actually, that completes the first sort of quest arc. Next up is the, well, it's the continuation of this quest arc, but this is like the first time you return back to, like, report what you've done. Which is why I thought this would be a good place to stop. So we're just gonna turn this in. No, I picked the wrong one. There. Bloody hells. Life on the farm ain't quite how I picture it. Ah, but you needn't worry yourself over young Severin. The Yellow Jackets lads put the Yellow Jackets as I think is ass really the right word there? Okay. The Yellow Jacket, as Anne's out punishment, is a good old mate of mine. If I ask him nice, I reckon he'd be willing to commute the lad's sentence from hanging to keelhaul, and kindly gent that he is. Ah, I'm only jesting with you. I'll see he's treated fair. Now, it sounds to me like you've done everything old Stairwind asked of you, and more. Justifying a generous finder's fee in the pockets. Much obliged, lass. As for your reward, well, she's a lonely lady this round in venture mine. Had you fancy keeping her company for a spell, with a free room and board? Venturing's a trying business after all. Them as don't rest their bones every now and again tend to end up with a broken one. And take it from me, fighting ain't nearly so much fun when you're nursing a shattered arm. At that, good. There's always a free bed for you, so make use of it. In rooms now available! Not that you have much time for lying around, but with all the leaves you'll be doing. Oh, did I mention, I'm putting your name down for leaves. Well, no one does leaves anymore, except for gathering and crafting ones. Our guild draws all manner of clients, offering all manner of odd jobs. Honestly, you'd be amazed how much folk pay to avoid doing honest day's labor. Just give to Mokri a shout whenever you feel like making a few extra gil. She'll always have some task or other for you to do. Oh, and it's all about board, in case you're wondering. Be careful to stay on the Admiral's right side in here, unlike some pirates I could mention. I tell you, if it turns out they had aught to do with them kidnappings, there'll be 7 hells to pay. A proper bleeding reckoning. Mayhap that's what Limsa needs, though. On rough seas, sometimes you have to rock the boat right in. But we'll have time for such talk when you're rested. So then, enjoy the wench's hospitality. Yeah. There we go! And we're level 10 and everything, perfect. Apart from the little issue with having to buy gear, this actually went pretty well. So yeah, that's our first little adventure here in Final 14. Thank you all for watching, and I will try and continue tomorrow. If things go as planned, tomorrow we'll get to do the first dungeon, and it would be fun if people can join in. Like Alana, you're very welcome to join in. And yeah, it's going to be fun. See ya.